Hello and welcome to the 9th ever episode of the Geekday podcast, where we turn your weekday into a geek day.
The only podcast where the only thing bluer than our balls is our love for Sonic.
It's true. It is. It is true, man. Yeah. Alex, how are you doing today, man?
Doing great, Robert.
Doing great.
Doing semi-great.
Doing semi-great.
It was very stressful getting this episode going.
It was very
for
stressful.
some fucking reason.
I'm still a little stressed right now, even though it's like up live and running right now. It's been a heck of a day just doing this, but I'm absolutely happy to be here. We didn't get to do it on Wednesday because my life got in the way. But here we are. We're back live in a new room. We're in a new room.
We are in a new room.
Yeah. So if anything looks a little different.
But Robert, it's been a long day without you, my friend.
I tell you what.
I'm gonna get copyright.
Oh, sorry, you're right. God, no, we don't want CBS coming for our neck again.
They're on our ass. They're coming for us.
But you know what, Alex? We have a lot to talk about this week.
We have a lot
to talk about, and I'm super excited for it. Actually, let me bring Chat up because Chat is not up right now.
Oh yeah.
But Alex, this week we had.
There's 3 viewers.
Oh god damn it! Go for it. Ow, 2, 3. Okay, you hit me so hard on the first one that I said 2.
For those of you who don't know. And I'm pointing over here because our screen for Chat's over here. Our ridiculously big screen for Chat's over here.
Oh my god, it's huge.
But for everyone who tunes in, for every time that view count goes up, I'm gonna smack Robert upside the head.
So does that mean if we get 4, does that mean you hit me 4 times or just one more time with 4?
I think I'm gonna cap it.
Okay, so it's like 4.
Yeah, like we've hit 4. If we go below and we go back to 4, I'm not gonna hit you. If we hit 5. Boom. If we hit 6, boom. If we hit 10,
so if we could stay at a steady 3 the entire night, I'd really appreciate that.
Not good enough.
Not good enough.
Not good enough for Alex.
But you know what? This past weekend, Alex, was E3, my man. E3. So if you don't know what E3 means, it's the Electronic Entertainment Expo, which happens every year in sunny Las Vegas, Los Angeles, California.
Yeah?
Dude, I am struggling right now. I'm so tired right now. But in sunny Los Angeles, California, where a bunch of gaming studios, developers, and stuff like that.
Yeah. Did you tell them what E3 means?
I did.
It's entertainment.
Yeah.
Ermac.
Yeah.
And erections.
You nailed it, dude.
Yeah.
Wow, it's like we work in the business or something.
Yeah.
We do.
That's what us in the biz
call E3.
An acronym.
God damn it. But a lot of good things came out of that. I know. I watched almost every conference. I didn't watch it live, but I would go back afterwards. E3 means yeah.
E3 means Keanu Reeves is breathtaking.
Absolutely.
No, you're breathtaking.
I don't know if you saw if you follow us on Twitter, Lee. I made a meme of that where it's the meme of Keanu Reeves pointing to the screen. Now check this out, and it has the opening to the Geekday podcast on there. So
also,
if you wanna,
real quick, I do want to mention. I'm drinking Dr. Pepper Dark Berry.
Dark Berry?
Yeah, the official drink of Dr. Pepper in conjunction with Marvel's Spider-Man Far From Home in theater. No, I actually don't remember when it's going to be. July. Oh, it doesn't say.
On there? Well, that is bad marketing. That is
terrible marketing. I just know but I know I can watch a movie on us by going to Fandango.
Well, Fandango, the website that never works. Hashtag sponsored. Please, no, don't take us down. Don't take us down. Please, we got taken down by CBS already.
CBS. I know. I hope CBS doesn't own Fandango.
I got it. Hope not.
But yeah, Robert.
So one of the best things I think that Lee really hit on was the Microsoft conference actually having Keanu Reeves from Cyberpunk 2077. Did you see the trailer for Cyberpunk 2077?
Yes.
Dude. That looks good.
Yeah,
let me bring it up real quick. But dude, that honestly looks one of the most anticipated games for me at least.
Yeah, and I'm really excited about it because I'm a sucker for games like Fallout and Skyrim that are like that very like narrative driven, like very world heavy kind of stuff. Don't worry about it. So I love stuff like that, and I was really excited for Cyberpunk ever since it got announced, and I loved everything I saw. I mean, we don't get too much in the way of seeing everything that the world is going to be, but I think we see a good amount to kind of, I think, hype us up for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because look at how great. I don't know if this is. I think they said some of this is in-game footage, right?
Yeah, it was. Some of it was actually like in-engine stuff, but I don't know what would be what.
Yeah, I know. It just looks so good.
Yeah, some of the stuff that is like, oh, clearly this is a cinematic.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just like pre-rendered. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But like, so it really does introduce you to the world. It shows you a little clip of like, they call him a samurai, of him, and then like the pre-story before what's going on right here, and it shows you a little bit of like the powers he's gonna have. Like he has like really cool katana arms. What's called? You see, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see like the little graphics that are in his eyes and stuff like that. The guy that looks like Rick Ross.
Yeah, I think that was the thing I took away the most from this is even if this is just from what they've shown us, the world design besides the graphics and all of this looking amazing, the world design looks ridiculous.
Dude, I know,
like,
man.
It just it has a clear identity all of its own. And it's not trying to be something else. It's not trying to look like something else. It's not trying to be Blade Runner. Like I know I saw a lot of people.
We're trying to compare it to that.
Yeah, and sure, like you can draw that comparison, but you can draw that comparison to anything that's in any kind of futuristic space like that.
Yeah.
But I love that everything just seems to have an identity all its own. You know?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm super excited for this. It's just like, it's not that we haven't had a game like this. I just think that we haven't had a game like this up to this scale. Because, I mean, like, we've had futuristic games.
Yeah.
And I think really something that developers are beating to death is the post-apocalyptic future. Like Borderlands and stuff like that.
Yeah, like Borderlands, Mad Max style, like Fallout shit.
Where it's
like,
just the same thing over and over again. Where it's like...
And to be fair, like, stuff like that, I think as the technology progresses, that's why we're getting more of these games that are more advanced in this way, because you can make games like Borderlands because like make a big open world. It's post-apocalyptic. I don't gotta fill it up with shit.
Yeah.
And if it don't look good, it's post-apocalyptic.
Yeah. Well, this one it's like no, this is a future that you want to be in. This is a future that you're just like dying to just like have more and more time in. Like I know I'm going to buy this game. I'm gonna pre-order it and like just spend days and days upon with this game.
Is Shao Kahn a pre-order bonus?
Is what?
I'm kidding.
Shadow
Kahn? I said Shao Kahn.
Okay.
Shao Kahn.
I thought you were going to say Shadow Connor.
From
I was like,
Mortal Kombat fame.
Sorry, you're right. Sorry.
I'm working with a bunch of amateurs.
Sorry, you're right. I'm sorry. Oh, God. But, yeah, I mean, that's one of the best ones I see right here. Something that we actually didn't put on the order show that I just thought of right now was, did you see the Watch Dogs stuff?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Yeah. I don't know why I didn't think about it until, like, literally right now. We're talking about
I think the thing is I think we talked about it last time. I love the first Watch Dogs.
Okay, yeah.
I played the shit out of the first Watch Dogs.
Yeah.
The second Watch Dogs came out, and I didn't care about it.
I hear it was a lot more lighthearted than the first one.
And I just...
You just didn't like that?
I didn't give a shit. Like, nothing about that game made me excited to go, ooh, I want Watch Dogs 2. And I don't remember what else was out at the time, but I know there was something else out.
Some other Ubisoft game. Like I know.
Yeah, and I just know that Watch Dogs, while I enjoyed the first one, there was nothing that I saw from the new one when it was coming out that I was like, oh, I need to play that game.
Yeah.
You know, and this one, it looks like it has more of that interesting I just feel more drawn to it. Like I feel more like I want to see more and I want to play it.
It's very ambitious, like super, super ambitious. That I'm like, I'm really rooting because I love Ubisoft. I mean, I'm Assassin's Creed. I'm a slut for Assassin's Creed. I don't care. But
to your detriment, go ahead.
I love Assassin's. I think Odyssey is the best way they could have like not rebooted the franchise, but like give it the kicking ass that it needs.
Yeah.
But no, I mean like with this one, if you haven't seen that, there's gameplay that you can play as literally every NPC in the game. So like every NPC has their like origin mission where you go in there and like you're playing as one of the operatives of I forgot what the name of the
in which Assassin's Creed is this?
No, I'm talking about
oh, okay. I thought you were still talking about
I'm talking about Watch Dogs.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what the name of it? It's like the DedSec. I think it's like DedSec.
Yeah, DedSec.
Yeah, where they're like, oh, I'm a part of DedSec. I'm helping you out, blah blah. And then like either way, you help recruit them, and then they have the recruit has their first origin mission to be like, this is how I'm joining DedSec. Yeah. This is what I'm going to do.
It does at a base level. It does remind me a lot of Brotherhood. Assassin's Creed.
Okay, yeah.
And I can see that angle. I hope it's a lot more in depth than that.
Well, it looks like it is because it shows like efficiency in certain things. Where it's like there's a joke of one that's like, oh, it's a professional stuntman and has a 100% chance of dying spontaneously. Like that's hilarious. Like that's super funny. And it's like, oh, we need to do this mission. We need someone that's like very proficient in drone tech. Yeah. So they're like, okay, this guy right here, drone tech, and it follows him like you trying to save him, and like you see an operative die, and you go to 2 different operatives, like the old woman
I
and
mean,
like
my big thing is that there are a lot of games that try to do things like that, where you're recruiting people, where you have like these specialty people that you take with you, and every game I feel like that does it tries to kind of make you think that it's a big mechanic. And every game I feel like falls flat, no matter what they show you, and they go, "Oh, this is something we're working on," and you can see that they're. Oh God, I just realized these guys were facing down the whole time.
Super depressed.
But they're like, "Why are we here?" But I'm just hoping that it's not just a lot of like hollow, like this is what you can do, and then it's very surface level when we can finally do it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That's what I'm worried about. And a thing again that is the reason I never came back for the rest of the Assassin's Creed games is because at a point I'm like, these are, to me, they felt very hollow. They felt very like. This
I think
is
after
what
2, it's like I think 2 had a lot of depth to it because it was like you really build. You really grow to like Ezio. He's a great protagonist. But I think they really do that. I don't think you've touched Odyssey, right? Not at all.
No, I did. I played 2, went back and did 1, did Brotherhood, did Revelations.
Okay.
And then loved 3.
Okay.
I really at the time I remember a lot of people like had
didn't
a bunch
like
of criticisms about 3. I really loved 3.
It just takes 15 hours to start the game.
Yeah, it does.
Just takes forever. You're playing hide and go seek. You're like your dad. You're like it's a bunch of.
For me, I really liked it because I'm one of the people who love like Red Dead Redemption 2.
Okay, the character
like,
building,
slow moving sections where you're just talking to people. I love that. But the last one I played was the one where I think you're the dude and her brother.
Oh,
chick and her
God.
brother.
Syndicate, yeah.
There you go.
Syndicate. Oh my God.
Yeah, and I remember being like, oh, the aesthetic looks so dope. And I played it, and I was like,
well, this game
that
is
was
not
it.
dope.
I was like, it was all aesthetic.
Let me say that the DLC, the Jack the Ripper DLC is 10 times better than that entire game.
Really?
And that DLC is like maybe 4 or 5 hours.
Okay.
And like that's because it's cool because you're playing as the woman, and she's going Evie. Evie Fry is the twin. And you're going around solving the murders. And
I'll
like
let 2015 Alex know. Was that 2015?
I think so. It was a while ago.
Yeah.
And like there's a really cool mechanic with the mechanical like grappling claw that you can do instead of having to climb all the way up there.
I don't know. I remember I started it and I was like, no, this isn't it, bro. 2 is my absolute favorite. The story was very concise and forward, but did not take away from the story
absolutely.
of the game. Yeah, and I love games where the gameplay complements the story.
Yeah.
And the story complements the gameplay.
And like I think 2 is the one that really weave the 2 really interesting storylines together, because I mean you have the Lee over here says I remember solving the puzzle and thought it was that you were a genius, because it's like, how would you think of doing that, like, unless you like take that leap of faith and like, oh, I'm gonna hold this down, or if I go over here then I'm gonna climb up there and go to this one, hold that weapon down.
You know what always killed me personally about the Assassin's Creed games?
What's up?
And it really showed in Assassin's Creed 3 was when you in gameplay, and this is what I was talking about, like how gameplay complementing story and vice versa. When you're Connor and you go into a city and you fuck with something and you mop the floor with everyone, you destroy every guard, right? And then you're at a battle where there are 10 guys and you walk up and you like immediately die or get desynchronized or whatever. Yeah. And like I know it's like for the sake of the story of the game, but I just hate shit where they can't even pretend to be like I guess to make you always feel like you're at the same power level. Like all of a sudden it just felt like you were nerfed in some cases. And I never felt like that.
So you can
in the
just
other
mash
2
X to win, like in that game. I mean, like that's really what the combat was in the first couple of games. Let me press B to dodge. Oh, let me parry real quick, and then boom, like that.
Yeah,
like,
well, but like in certain games, like you can see like oh, my character can't do this because I can't overpower the 50 guys around me. You know. But then like when you're playing a game like Assassin's Creed, where you're like, I'm God.
There weren't any levels in Assassin's Creed, like a leveling system until Origins, I think. So I mean, like you're always at the same base level as every. No,
I don't mean that. I mean,
okay.
I mean like I hate when you enter to space and you know like, oh, I can dispatch of all these people and move forward. Yeah. But the game's like, but that's not what we want you to do.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. Okay, like it's a linear storytelling sort of thing.
Yeah. Well, I
kind of like you're bummed down by the story.
Yeah, I don't mind that, but when it's done organically.
Okay.
Not just like.
It's like, oh, you're a younger person that just started. You can't do this.
Yeah, so that makes sense to me. But
rather than like, oh, like you're an all powerful assassin. Like you should be able to do this, but you're like, I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, Alex, I would say if you couldn't, and if you could, and you really want to, play Odyssey, because it has one of my favorite. God dang it. It has one of the best storylines, I think, if you play Cassandra. Because you can play as either one or two of the siblings. Cassandra's is definitely the best. I think the story was written for Cassandra. It's the exact same one, but the voice acting for Alexios is like it's not good. It's not. He talks
and that's
like this.
In
Odyssey.
Yeah,
Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And like I'm playing the Elysium storyline right now, which you're like battling Persephone.
Yeah.
So it's like it's going back to the god stuff. And so it's really interesting.
You know, Robert, since you recommended a good game to me,
You're not gonna play.
I'll recommend a good game to you.
What game is it?
Fable 3 is amazing. So you should play Fable.
Do I have to play Fable 1 and 2 to do it?
No, don't play Fable 3.
Okay. Okay. I was like, okay.
Play Fable 2.
Fable 2? Okay, because I've downloaded Fable 1 on the Xbox, and I got.
Dude, play Fable 1, play Fable 2. I love Fable 2. Fable 3 came out. I beat the shit out of Fable 3, and then went, oh fuck, that wasn't good.
Wow, I really spent 60 hours of my life beating that game. Okay, cool.
Oh, please, the game doesn't have 60 hours worth of content.
Really? Oh,
no, not at all.
That's depressing.
It's so sad. I think I beat it in one sitting.
They want to reboot it. Did you know that?
Good.
Yeah, they want to reboot
fine.
it. Yeah.
Perfect.
That's what people thought we were going to talk about E3. Anyways, let's go on to our next game that we have here.
Yeah. So the next one that we're talking about
Ubisoft way too long.
Yeah, is Marvel's The Avengers was revealed, and that's going to be by Square Enix, correct?
Square Enix, yes.
Yeah, Square Enix.
Square Enix and Crystal Dynamics.
Coming out with that alongside Crystal Dynamics. Fuck, I'm turning into a Robert. But, so we had our first trailer come out for that, and it kind of gave us our first look at these kind of this new imagining of the Avengers in this world that they're building, as well as some looks at potential gameplay. I'm not.
Oh my god, dude!
It looks. Let's talk about these designs first before. No, that's
definitely not
it. That it's below it, buddy. That's hold up, real quick.
Yeah, bring it up.
This is why. Switch to this screen real quick. This is why I was telling you I don't like that they named it Marvel's Avengers.
Because it comes up.
Because when you look at
Marvel's Avengers.
Exactly, and I know you looked up The Avengers, but
yeah.
It's just really annoying to me that they could have named it like
anything else.
Anything, or at least said like Marvel's Avengers. New Day or some bullshit
yeah.
like something.
Yeah, let me bring it up real quick.
Yeah.
Alex, can I tell you something right now?
Yeah.
We had this conversation about this game a while ago.
Yeah, and I still like my game better.
Oh yeah.
The game I pitched better. Yeah.
And we're like, what? How could this game be good? What game do we want? We talked about it for about 15, 20 minutes on this. Yeah. This is not the game that I want at all, dude. This is like. So the way that they pitched it was that it's an online co-op game.
Yeah.
So that you can play as all these different characters. You can play as Thor, you can play as Captain America, and play as Black Widow. And it's just like the gameplay, like the 5 seconds of gameplay that we got, I was like, this looks like garbage. The game doesn't look like visually that impressive. Look at this.
Hold up. What about these character designs real quick?
Yeah, I'm going to go back real quick.
Do you mind those character designs?
That they look exactly like the MCU?
What do you mean they look exactly like the MCU?
I think they look really similar to the
MCU.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are complaining about these character designs. I know like one of the memes I was seeing the most on Twitter was like it's showing the MCU Avengers and it's like you tell mom I want this, and mom's like, we already have that at home, and it's like, what's at home? And it's like, no, but like everyone's saying like these are like the discount Avengers, like it looks bad and all that. What do you think of these character designs?
They're very bland. Like it's just like, okay. I mean, like, yeah. Look at Bruce Banner over there. You see him over. He's got the purple shirt to match the purple shorts or whatever. It doesn't look like Scarlett Johansson, but you know that's inspired by that. The Captain America suit looks like the Winter Soldier suit to me.
Does it?
To me,
it looks nothing like it. But
I'm trying to think. Because I'm not the Nomad suit. His Nomad suit's the.
I know what you're talking about. You're talking about like the blue suit that he wore at the beginning. Yeah. I can see where that can be seen, but as someone who's cosplayed that character and very meticulously looks at those stupid suits, it's very different. Personally, I love all these designs.
Really?
I love all the. I like this tactical police / military look that Cap has because it feels more grounded.
Okay.
What Black Widow's wearing to me feels more grounded. what Tony's wearing, it's standard Iron
Yeah,
Man.
Starman Iron Man
but
stuff.
it still feels grounded. What Thor's wearing, I like that it contrasts with everyone else.
It's very Asgardian.
Yeah, because it's not trying to match their style. It's its own thing. 'Cause he's from another fucking world. Like,
Yeah.
You know, so I really dig all these. But let's go forward a little bit.
All right. I don't know. It's just, it's not what I was expecting. This is what they kind of tease for the gameplay right here. I'm sure this is in-engine stuff right here. I would not doubt it. But I think that's kind of the thing that you have to get with this kind of game.
But also, if this is in-engine stuff, I wonder like how much of it is like gonna be Call of Duty-fied. You know what I mean?
What do you
Where
mean?
like Call of Duty's like, oh, this is in-engine and it looks pretty good.
Oh,
We're
and then it
keeping
cuts
you
to the
on
gameplay?
rails. No, but we're keeping you on rails.
Uh-huh.
Because like, look how much of this is actually open, and not only that, is this a good representation of the whole game? Because if you notice, the first thing I notice is it's taking place on this bridge, which not only is like a cool set piece, but is also a design, so they don't have to design other shit.
Yeah, it's a very linear sort of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So look, all this shit, I don't know if that's gameplay that we're going to control or if this is like QTE shit where we're just not seeing the button prompts. That's what it looks like to me. All of this gameplay looks like QTE stuff because none of it looks like natural things that I would be able to do in a game. You know, it reminds me very much of when they released footage of the Spider-Man PS4 game, and everybody was like, "Oh, that's all in-engine stuff," and everyone was like, "No, those look like QuickTime events." That's the only thing that looked like actual gameplay to me. Was the Captain America and Black Widow shit where they're fighting. But anything involving Thor, Hulk, and Iron Man just kind of looks like, I don't know. But I don't know. Overall,
I'm not excited about this
I felt
game.
very underwhelmed by it.
Yeah.
I think out of everything that they could have done, I'm not looking forward to it. And also, my biggest thing is after I saw it, I feel like they're picking up the remains from another game that was supposed to be made. Did you ever read about or look at the test footage for the Avengers game that was supposed to come out alongside the movie?
No.
Look it up.
Look it up? Okay.
Yeah.
Avengers.
Oh, hey, we got a fifth viewer.
Oh, god damn it. All right.
So, Avengers, look up 2012 game.
2012 game?
Game, yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, right there.
Right here. All right, let me check this is right before. Oh, yeah. Let me put it there. Okay.
So, bring this up. This was, allegedly, apparently, this was actually an Avengers game that was being worked on to come out alongside the movie, and it got canceled.
Oh, by THQ. Oh, that's why. It's THQ.
Yeah, exactly. And look at it. It's another. It's a version of that game. Like the way they described it reminds me very much of what this game was supposed to be. It was like going to be. Can you fast forward a bit?
Yeah.
It was going to be like multiplayer. One person was going to be Iron Man. One person was going to be Thor, Cap, and all that. So like.
It's first person.
Yeah, and I think that was to avoid having to animate.
Okay. Yeah.
But like, so you were going to be playing along other Avengers and doing this, and. The reason that it reminded me of this is, one, that's exactly what it sounds like when they said what it was supposed to be. And two, because that really worries me, if this at all was a template of them going, oh, remember we're going to do that?
Let's just do that, but like in third person.
Yeah, and which doesn't excite me. I don't know. And to be honest,
it's very Ultimate Alliance to me, dude. Like it's very
it's Ultimate Alliance without the cool part of Ultimate Alliance was where you got to pick anyone that you wanted, and in this case, you're gonna be held back to what's in the MCU. And also, I'm very curious as to if because apparently there's supposed to be more characters in the game as well. You know, because we've already gotten a little sneak peek that Hank Pym.
Yeah. So Ethan right here, Trail of the Giant says, "Do you think that if they added more characters would make the game better?" No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think it would make the game better at all. I think it would. I think it just depends on how they use the characters, because from what we saw, whether it be the combat or the little bit of what's supposed to be gameplay, it looks very like
it's very bare bones to me.
It looks. You know what? Exactly what I was saying about Assassin's Creed. It looks shallow.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. There's no depth to the fighting. It's not Spider-Man PS4.
Exactly.
There's a bunch of combos you can do.
And then from the brief of what I saw of Captain America fighting, it looks very Arkham-esque to me. And I know everyone says that, and that's like a cop-out criticism that people give. But it looks very Arkham in the way that it was a slowed down takedown and how he's going through all these enemies. And if they mix it up, sure, because it worked for Spider-Man. But just from what I'm seeing, the art style, I think it looks cool, but it doesn't make me go, I want to play that.
Yeah.
And then from what I've seen gameplay-wise, I'm like, I guess? Like, I think that's the biggest thing. is it's a really, as I'm watching it every single time, it's a really big.
Yeah, it's just like I mean, like it looks interesting. I'm sure the story's gonna be really good. I think they kind of allude to like a couple of deaths already, or like
Yeah.
one big death, and then it's cool to see Hank Pym in there.
Yeah.
It's like okay, but I mean like they have a really good voice cast. Nolan North, Troy Baker.
What I'm really worried about is, I mean, not worried about it, but this is just the type of game where if it comes out and I see reviews, like if it's on Metacritic and it's like at a 30, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like could have gone either way.
Yeah, it's like all right, if it was really good and really cool. And I know IGN is not gonna they're not gonna pull their punches on this one.
Yeah,
like,
well,
it's a major
first off,
franchise.
It's not Call of Duty.
Yeah, it's a major franchise that's one brand new by well established people like Square Enix and and Crystal Dynamics have made really good games together. Like Tomb Raider, all the Tomb Raider games are really good games. They're very beautiful. They're very, but another thing with the graphics that they have to optimize that for not just PlayStation 4, not just Xbox, or not just PC. They have to do it for all of them. So that's really going to scale down the graphics. Really, I think so. I mean, it's a detriment to like trying to get it to everything. If this is a Sony exclusive like Spider-Man was, I'm sure it would look a lot better. But
yeah, yeah. I mean, again, meh. Like we'll see where it goes.
Yeah.
Hopefully it comes out and it'll be good. But right now, like to me, the art direction looks interesting, but nothing about what they showed us has me going like, yeah. And also, it's really lackluster, especially because the week prior to this coming out, we were talking about the potentiality of what if they announce this game.
Yeah.
And
what if it's an RPG system? What if we
exactly.
it's yeah.
I feel like everything that we said was more exciting
yeah.
than what we got, like at all.
We pitched a pretty good game. We're like, dude, this would be really cool to have this, and this. Yeah, if you're
Square Enix was watching the podcast going, oh,
yeah,
fuck.
they're like, oh shit, we should have done that instead.
I know.
Can we just push this game back too, like all our other games?
Yeah, and they're like, no, we've already pushed Sonic back. We can't push back everything. All right. So we're going to go ahead and go to the next piece of news, which, again, is more shit
E3 stuff
coming out of E3, and it's about Bethesda. So Bethesda announced quite a bit. Well, a few things,
yeah.
At E3. Before I get to the thing I'm going to rant about, what else did they announce, Robert?
Another thing about it, they alluded that they're gonna might have their own subscription service like Ubisoft is doing. Yeah. Let's see what else. They honestly didn't really announce a lot that wasn't the game that we're about to talk related.
Yeah, well, I thought you said there was like one other game. It was like Shadow of something.
I'm trying to think. Shadow something.
I thought you said it was something else. Either way, so Bethesda comes out, and one of their big things that they hit on in their time on stage is about Fallout 76. And they're talking about how they're revamping Fallout 76. They're adding Wastelanders into the game.
It's called Wastelanders, yeah.
Yeah. Which, here's my thing. A lot of people are excited about this announcement. And those people are fucking idiots if you're excited about this goddamn announcement. Because Bethesda, like a month or two ago, put out a roadmap of all of the fixes and all of the DLC, all the new content that was coming to the game.
Mm-hmm.
And the last one on it was called Wastelanders. Now, to be fair, it didn't give a whole lot of detail on what that was going to be.
Look it up real quick.
But, like, if you were to see that, what the fuck would you think that means? Like, they were going to put NPCs in the fucking game.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that was the first thing my mind went to, like, months ago when they let out this roadmap of what they're going to do.
Nuclear Winter was the one that was supposed to come out first, right?
I think Nuclear Winter did come out first. No. There was one that came out first about.
I'm looking it up right here.
Yeah. There was one that came out first that was like mixing, like brews or making like not potions but like elixirs and shit.
I don't want your free trial. Get on the face.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Oh, here we go. Perfect.
So Wild Appalachia.
Wild Appalachia was the first one that came out. And added in new quests and a bunch of like.
Oh wow, you're right. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and then Wastelanders came out. All new main quests, events, features, and more. What the fuck do you think that means? What do you think that means? Especially with the little badges that they have down at the bottom.
Yeah.
Look at that. Like, what would that lead you to believe? Like, you're getting new followers. You're going to be able to team up differently. It looks like that looks almost like a romance thing, almost maybe. But that was the first thing I thought of when I saw this. So then when they announced it at E3, and they're like, oh, we're doing the Wastelanders thing, and everybody's like losing their fucking mind. I was like, you're a goddamn idiot.
It's like, what made you think that they're not going to release another not ready thing. Like it's like they're
exactly.
gonna push it to the head.
Oh, it's not gonna be optimized. It's not. It's not gonna fucking work.
And like, did you hear before like a week before E3, Todd Howard was doing an interview with IGN, and he was saying like, yeah, we knew that the game wasn't gonna be like a bestseller off the bat. And we're like, then why did you release the game? Like, why did you like say it was gonna be in beta, or why didn't you say that?
It was the end of last year's quarter, and they needed to show the shareholders that they were producing a game. They needed to release something. I firmly 110% believe Fallout 76 was never planned. And whatever they were working on, whether it be the next Elder Scrolls, the next full-line Fallout, the next Doom, whatever, got pushed back, and they went, we need to release something for the shareholders. And they went, let's do an asset flip of Fallout 4. I firmly believe that's what's happening, or that's what had happened. That's why we got it released, and there was none of those features that should have been in the base game because they didn't have fucking time.
Yeah.
And so one, I'm really pissed off at the people who got excited about it because I'm like, this was already fucking announced. And two, everyone got really fucking excited about it.
So you don't think that this is gonna like that that Bethesda's trying to make this game better, or what are you trying to? Are you saying that this isn't the right way to make the game better? Like you shouldn't release this content to do X, Y, Z? Because I mean, like they promised a lot of.
This shouldn't be like, hey guys, this is our roadmap. This is the big thing.
Okay.
This is the last thing in our 2019 roadmap that we're gonna do. It's gonna be huge. You know what should have been the first thing in their 2019 roadmap?
What?
Bug fixes for the NPCs that should have already fucking been there. Like, it's bullshit that everyone's all like, oh,
sorry about that.
It's so great. Like, we're excited. We're getting Wastelanders. Whoa! When we've had that in every fucking Fallout game.
But I mean, like,
they gave us a Fallout game missing content, and then they went, look, now we're giving you that content that wasn't in there, and everybody's like, thank you. Thank you, Todd. Where's your dick? I'm going to suck it. It's bullshit.
Well, he's like, yeah, Todd Howard did that little snide remark to the audience. He was like, we got a lot of feedback from y'all guys, and we really appreciate it. And I'm like, dude, like, you released the game, you charged $60 for a game that didn't work.
Fucking done.
Yeah.
It should have gone free to play immediately. It should have been released as free to play.
It's still not free to play.
I know.
It was free to play for the weekend.
And I think it's fucking bullshit. I think that Bethesda is going to continue to do this until consumers stop buying their shit.
They're gonna keep doing this until one of their mainline games comes out. That's what it is. When like the next Fallout comes out, or the next Elder Scrolls comes out.
I'm worried we're gonna get Elder Scrolls 7 or whatever, and it's gonna be like, hey guys, here's Elder Scrolls, and people are gonna be like, excuse me, where's the magic and the swords? That's patch number 3, right after we add elixirs and gold. Like, it's bullshit. Like.
I don't know. I guess I can kind of see what you're saying, that this game was kind of never really planned. It was kind of just thrown in there, because now I can see that a little bit more, because it's like so many years away from, like, they spent a lot of time on Fallout 4, and then they're like, what now? Like, we don't have another Fallout plan. They didn't even announce another Fallout. They announced what's it called? They just announced Elder Scrolls, and then Stargate or something like that. Their space Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
So whatever it's called.
Starcraft.
Not Starcraft.
Starfield.
Okay.
I
think that's what it is. Starfield. Where they announced that, and they're like, you all guys have to wait a couple of years for that. But like, I think that this game, that Fallout 76 would have done a lot better if, one, you announced that the game is in beta. You can still make revenue off of it by saying, hey, you pay for the full thing now, you can still get beta, and then like you're just gonna get temporary fixes. Here's a DLC for free, kind of like what Odyssey does, where it's like you get free DLC, but you also get paid DLC that are huge expansions. But this DLC right here is gonna be this main storyline or whatever. But if you want something a little more grand, another part of the map, you have to buy this DLC. Which I'm like, that would be totally fine if that would be more acceptable to me for Todd Howard to be like, yeah, this game was in beta, blah, blah, blah. We understand the game wasn't that best, but here's a brand new DLC. Yes, it's paid. Yes, it's going to be like $15 or whatever, but this game is going to introduce NPCs. And then here's another couple of side quests or whatever.
You know what I think would have been better?
Releasing a game that was fixed. Listening to a fixed game? Yeah.
Or, no. Releasing a game. I don't know. I think it's fucking stupid that Bethesda released 76 in the way that it is. I think it's dumb that it's still not fucking fixed, because they're modders that Fallout
better games.
There are modders that made that. So there was a mod where they were doing an asset flip of everything from Fallout 4 and using it to remake Fallout 3.
Uh-huh.
And then they were doing what was it? Skyrim Together. That was a mod that they were working on where modders re-optimized Skyrim to where you could play it with friends.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah.
So like Elder Scrolls Online, but in Skyrim.
Yeah, and they were doing the same thing with with Fallout 4, and Bethesda gave them a cease and desist.
Really?
And that was right before Fallout 76 came out because they were going to come out with their own bullshit. But the point is, like, they had it done. Like, modders had it done. Modders voice act things. They
which
they
is
code
super
it.
cool. I don't know if you ever played anything like that before.
Oh yeah,
like,
it's dope.
really interactive, cool stuff. And
and the way that that's why I hate when Bethesda's like, oh, we have to work on things. We can't have NPCs for like a year because there are modders that got the what is it called, the creation kit, and make fully fleshed out story modes and dialogue and everything in like 3 months.
Yeah.
And like it's out there and you can play it. Like
and they make no revenue off of this stuff. Yeah, they make no revenue. It's just like, hey guys, this is the thing that I've been working on. It's my passion project. Yada yada yada. I don't know.
And Bethesda's like, do you want to pay $40 for blue power armor? You want to pay $40 for blue power armor? Yeah. Oh, you know what? Never mind. I'm sorry. That was ridiculous of us. We shouldn't have done that. Would you like to pay $10 for the Postman suit that was already in Fallout 4? This is a fucking asset flip from? It's bullshit.
Anyways, let's go to our next game because you're a little upset about this one.
Okay, so Stadia, Robert.
Stadia.
So they released prices and packages and
they
some
had
stuff
their
they're doing for Stadia
Connect.
Yes.
Which is their Nintendo Direct. Their Sony State of Play. Their Inside Xbox. You know how everyone has an online thing now. Like it's just like, I know you didn't like how I did that.
I didn't like any of that.
Okay. I saw your face immediately go like,
Robert, for people who don't know, what's the Stadia?
So Stadia is Google's attempt. I'm going to say attempt until it proves to be viable to enter the gaming market. It's their streaming service that they're going to be doing off of their own Google servers. So they had their Stadia Connect a couple of days before E3. They wanted to still be a part of E3, where they came out and they said, these are the prices. This is what you're going to expect from this. These are our partners. We're going to be working with X partner. So to talk about the prices, to start off, Stadia Basic, what was actually called Stadia Basic, is $10.99 a month, and that's like.
Is Stadia Basic a white girl named Brooklyn?
God damn it, I hate you. Go ahead. Stadia Basic is it's $10.99 a month, and you can basically like Netflix. You can stream whatever game that you want. You can pick like XYZ from their selections. Like, oh, I want to play Odyssey today. Okay, cool. Let me connect to the Stadia servers and let's play that. And no big deal. Then they have Stadia. They didn't even call it whatever it is, but you can kind of do what Steam does, where you can buy the game off of their Stadia store, and you can just stream it off like that. That's your game. You own that. In quotes. Do you really own anything that's digital?
No.
Not at all.
Then that's why it kills me when for example, like when Marvel movies come out on DVD, I'm always like, dude, let's get the Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Let's get it. And other people are like,
we just buy the 4K, blah, blah.
Yeah,
it doesn't look as good. The compression issues. Anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then my thing is, and some people are like, well, in like a month it's going to be on Netflix. And I'm like, cool.
Well, it's not going to look as good as I had on 4K.
And also, all those people who've been saying that for the past like 4 years, where are they going to be? In like 3 months, you fucks, you fucking idiots! Like, oh my god, I'm sorry, I'm attacking everybody tonight.
I know it was a really hard time setting up.
I'm coming for you.
It was a really hard time setting up today. So,
but take out my anger in some way.
Yeah. So you looked at the screen to see if there's.
I did. If we go over 6 viewers, I get to smack Robert in the head again.
Please no.
So if y'all want to share it, invite your friends.
Please don't.
And for every viewer over 6. Like I'm gonna smack Robert upside the head. So if you share it and more people view, I smack Robert upside his stupid head.
Please don't. Anyways, so Stadia.
I feel like people who watch the show that don't know us are like, God, that Alex boy hates Robert. Why do they do a show together?
And I'm just here like, I just want to talk about video games.
I know. Go ahead.
So Stadia released their prices. Their Founders Edition is what they're calling it, and it's $129.99. and it is a Chromecast, which you use to stream off
Yes.
of for Stadia.
Yeah, the thing
Alex-
that Willie took from us when he moved out.
Alex.
Oh, hey! Yes! More, please. Share it. Bring
So
your friends. Someone just logged on to 3 computers and went, Mom, we gotta make it happen.
So yeah, $129.99. So you get the Chromecast, you get the controller, you get actually it's a limited edition Midnight Blue controller. Time to buy some bots. No, Lee, please no.
Yes.
Yeah. So the
Hey,
controller-
viewers are viewers. It helps out our analytics. Go
It's
ahead.
true. It does help out our analytics.
Gets
the-
smacked, leaves immediately. Go ahead.
And then what's it called? You get your custom name, and then you get 3 months of Stadia
Yes.
Basic, and then you get 3 months for a friend. So it's like
Mhm.
here you go. Here's your code. Let's play online. Let's do whatever. I thought it was really good, and I was like, let me. I tweeted out. I don't know if you saw my tweet where I was like, you know what, this is.
I don't follow you.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Where it's like, I was like, I think I'm going to buy the Founders Edition.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
it just depends on what Microsoft does. And then Microsoft brings out their xCloud stuff, and they're like, you're gonna turn your own Xbox into your own server. And it's like, so if you want to go play on your phone, you use your Xbox as your own server. And I'm like, cool. But do I need to buy the newest Xbox for that, or can
Exactly.
my 5 year, the one that I've had for 5 years,
Yeah,
6
like
years
G1,
now, yeah,
Xbox
G1,
One.
will that work?
Yeah.
Or do I have to am I gonna have to invest another?
You can bring up your black Xbox with the big green Xbox.
Yeah.
Does this one work?
Can I use this one? No, but or am I gonna have to buy the Xbox One X or the Xbox One S that's compatible with this, or the Xbox SADs, the Xbox S All Digital Edition? That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Sad.
It's sad that you know that.
Or I listen to way too much stuff. Or are you gonna have to buy the Xbox Project Scarlet or whatever the fuck I'm gonna call it? You know that they teased at E3. Like, what is the investment? I still have my Xbox 360. Will that work? I have my hard drive from my original Xbox. Well, will that work? What are the
Love you, Christina.
She watching?
Yeah, I'm assuming.
Oh.
I hope so. Or else I said love you to fucking no one.
Last name Lee's like, it's me. I'm Christina.
I know, right? Thank you.
It's
Christina, I am.
So even then, it's like, okay, so should I invest in Stadia? Because I mean, like they're working with Ubisoft, they're working with Tequila Works, they're working with all these different developers that have been like proving that they're gonna do this stuff. But at the same time, it's like they talk about what you're going to need to stream 4K, and even then, does everyone have a 4K resolution? Like, it's like it says you need a minimum of 20 megabits per second to stream at 1080p.
We talked about this
multiple times
when these things were first announced.
Yeah.
And we said it then, and I'm going to say it again. It's not going to fucking work. No one has the internet speed that they need.
Yeah.
No one has the equipment that they need. No one has the
Who's gonna
ability
buy
to
a
push the resolution that they need or buy the monitor and or TV.
Who's gonna buy a Chromecast for this? Like, who's gonna buy like XYZ? Who's gonna? It's.
The thing is, I think people would rather. Personally, I'm like this. Like, if you went, Alex, listen. Would you rather buy 5 things you need to do this for $50 or for $120, or just give me like $350? I'll just give you a machine that does the whole thing. I'd be like, give me the fucking machine.
Yeah.
Give me it.
Well, there are estimating the prices for the new Xbox Project Scarlet, and it's looking about $699. So it's like, and even then, I'm going to chug. I'm gonna bring up $700 to do that.
I'm gonna walk in with my finance paperwork and be like,
Can I take out a loan to buy this Xbox Project Scarlet, please? Like, and
the banks at your house taking away your Xbox. Like,
no, please, no, my
Halo blue eyes.
My Halo Infinite,
Oh, God.
It's just like, I don't know. I don't know. It's hurting my brain to think about Stadia, to be like, are they going to contend? And it's like, at this point, should I care about it?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, I don't know. Like you said,
It's like the iPod and iPhone, I feel.
yeah,
First generation, leave it the fuck alone.
yeah,
Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Like, I don't even have a Series 1 Apple Watch. Like, because no one should have bought the Series 1 Apple Watch.
Like, wait until
At least Series 2.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like where they have more stuff. It's like,
Yeah,
if you're
yeah.
gonna invest in the very first one, whatever.
Definitely.
And we're gonna see this grow over a couple of years until I think it's gonna die down like Google Plus. Where
Definitely.
it's like, hey guys, we tried.
Yeah.
You shall see all the nerds selling their Pokemon cards.
That's true. I mean, at this point, most comic book shops don't give you what they're worth because there's an overabundance of people trying to sell their Pokemon cards, and nobody gives a shit about a mint condition Pikachu anymore. So anyway, let's go to our smaller tidbits of news before we go into our last couple things.
Yeah.
So Halo Infinite. We got to see a reveal of that.
We did.
I love that look for Master Chief.
Dude, honestly, I hate Halo, but I love that trailer.
I hate Brandon as well, and I dug it a lot. I've never been a fan of this new, like ever since what is it? Is it 343?
Yeah, 343.
Everything
343
everything. Turning to Mike Tyson over here. Ever since 343 got a hold of Halo, and they've had like this weird like slimmed down muscular Master Chief, I haven't liked it.
Oh.
I don't dig the design for it. I honestly really don't dig any of the games either.
Yeah, it's just whatever.
I like the look of it because it seems very old while still being new.
Yeah.
And I just hope that means that not only is the look going that way, but everything will feel more like old Halo, but with the modern twist that we want.
You get a really cool story from the trailer that they show.
Yeah.
Where it's like you see the you see the Marine or they're the Marines, right? USNC.
The UNSC.
Yeah, United Nations Space Corps.
UNSC.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But you see the soldier that's in there, and you see him at the very beginning, and then it cuts to like months later where he's stuck. He's abandoned in this Pelican, and what's it called? You see him like watching digital messages of his daughter and his wife, and it's really touching. And then you hear the what's it called? You hear the signal found, and it's like friendly nearby, and he's like, what is that? And he wipes it, and then you see Master Chief there, and he's like, oh cool. It brings him in. Master Chief, like once he finally wakes up, he like grabs the chip that he always has, he puts in his helmet, and it's like Cortana not found. And you're like, oh, like you forget that. Oh yeah, that's what the story was. Like Cortana's like no longer there.
And again, it was so forgettable that you forgot the story. You remember Cortana because she was dope in the first games, like not because of what they did with her in the subsequent games.
Yeah, and it's like, oh okay, like oof, that hurts you from like if you're an original fan. And I was like, I played Halo 1 and 3. I didn't play Halo 2. But I heard it's one of the best ones. Yeah. You're looking.
Have you played Reach?
I haven't. I played Halo 3 ODST though.
That's like going, man. I went out for dinner yesterday. Didn't eat none of the entree. Didn't eat none of the dessert. But that water though, the water and breadsticks, that was pretty dope.
That roll, that cinnamon breadstick, was the roll with the cinnamon in it? That Texas Roadhouse.
What are you saying?
Don't worry about it. Anyways,
when does Texas Roadhouse have cinnamon rolls?
Sorry, I meant cinnamon butter. Cinnamon butter with the rolls. That's what I meant. They have cinnamon butter. What are you talking about? Have you ever been to Texas Roadhouse before? Anyways, if you haven't been to Texas Roadhouse,
Robert, when your balls drop, you can talk to me. I'm offended. Go ahead.
No. So
Reach was incredible. Thank you. Reach is incredible.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I played through Reach. I don't know how many times I just like grinded out maps on Reach just to unlock more armor pieces. Fuck, Reach was so good.
I should probably go back. They're adding it to the Master Chief Collection. I've been thinking about downloading it just
That's
to play
dope. Just get Reach.
That's dope. Just stop.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, like it was really cool to see the induction of Master Chief again, and just to see like where this new story is going to take him, to see what's going on. But yeah, I mean, that's all I have to say about that. I know another Microsoft exclusive that we wanted to talk about was Gears of War 5.
Yes.
Not gonna lie, I haven't played a single Gears of War game.
I've played the first Gears of War. I played the second one. Any after that, I haven't.
Yeah.
I remember the first one. The first one, it was one of those games where it was almost like how do you say it? It was like a novelty game. Like you had to play it because of the guts and the gore and the different type of game that it was at the time.
Yeah.
And
it's
I remember
stupid fun.
Yeah. And I remember playing the second one and being like, oh, this is more the same. I dig it. I just never got into the third one. It was never a franchise where I was like, oh, I'm super excited to play the next one.
Mm-hmm.
It was just almost like Saw movies to me, where I was like, it's just like,
oh, cool, it's out. Let me check it out for a bit.
Let me have a couple rounds of blood and guts. And
the horror mode or whatever.
And I'm excited because Raul is a part of it. What's Raul's name?
Raul Coley. He was on iZombie, which is a interesting show. But he's also a friend of the Rooster Teeth Network, which is Funhouse.
Specifically Funhouse.
Yeah, Funhouse.
Funhouse, I love them. Oh.
You like Funhouse?
Love Funhouse.
I've seen one
They're my
Funhouse video. It's just like their editing's different.
I love it. I personally.
It's very
love
like shot. Like it's like Elise has a weird face. It cuts right on Elise's face, and it's like I don't know. It's interesting.
I love their stupid humor. But yes, Gears of War 5 did get revealed.
Honestly, when I heard that Rahul was in the game, I was like, I'm gonna play all the Gears of War.
You should. I mean, I can only speak for the first two. The first two are really good. I might play through the other ones now that that's gonna come out. Then the Breath of the Wild sequel.
Yeah,
that's also a thing.
You called me dumb because I said, I want to try Breath of the Wild, and you're like, you're a child, and I was like, oh, okay, but yeah, I mean, I want to play. I've been trying to get
dumb because of that. I called you dumb because
you said I wanted to get a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of, and I get it. There's some games that are console sellers. My thing is like if the new Xbox comes out and they're like Ultimate Alliance 3's on or Ultimate Alliance 4's on, I'll be like, okay, I'm buying it. I'm buying it. But I know other games are gonna come out.
Yeah.
The Switch, like, sure, but like they're so fucking sporadic.
The games?
I felt, yeah.
I mean, like
at least at the time when it was coming out.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like in its infancy, it was like here's Super Mario Odyssey.
Yeah,
that was it. Like that's literally what it was. And then now there's more and more games coming out. I mean, like they're remaking Link's Awakening, which I really want to play. I'm trying to get more into Legend of Zelda. I mean, I played one Legend of Zelda game and that's it. I named my dog Link. Ocarina of Time.
Not Majora's Mask.
That everyone keeps saying that. No, I need to
again.
Do that.
What is it with you playing? going like, oh, I'm kind of into this franchise. Didn't play the best one. Like.
I'm trying to get. There's so many games to play. What do you want me to do?
It's like you went, guys. I'm prepared for Endgame. I've watched all the important ones, like Iron Man 3, Thor Ragnarok, and Ant-Man and the Wasp, and I am so prepared.
I'm so pumped. No, but I mean, like, yeah, I'm trying to get, like I said, like I'm playing Borderlands right now. I beat Borderlands 1. I got 75% of those achievements, and now I'm on Borderlands 2, where it's like, which Borderlands 2 is a way better game. Oh my god, it's such a better game. Like I don't know if you. I know you said you don't like Borderlands 'cause it's a lot blander.
I just Borderlands has always been a game where it's just looter shooters, just straight up like looter shooters. Don't like them. Not my thing.
Okay, where it's kind of like I can see what you're talking about. Where it's like it's I don't want to say pointless, but it's like, oh, okay, let's go do this mission to get this gun and blah 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 blah. Yeah. But I mean, like I already feel like there's more of a story now with what's it called? What am I saying? Anyways, let's go to the next topic.
Well, should we just go to the last topic and like not disturb the game flow with those?
Yeah, if you want to. I don't know what your topic is, but
well, because
I know what the topic is, but I know. Like,
okay, guys. If there's one thing that this podcast is known for, outside of bringing you the best news in town and around, it's that we also every week want to make sure that we're updating you on the most important.
We is a
news.
strong word. Just tell me when to hit it, and I'll hit it.
And today and right now, at the end of this episode, is that time again, because we're going to be talking about a friend of mine named Sanic. And Robert,
I just want to let the audience know that I hate this segment.
This is my favorite segment. We had 2 other stories, but honestly, we're reaching the end of the show, and I felt like the other stories were going to derail the show. Anyway,
I want to kill myself.
So I'm excited about this, guys, because okay, here, Robert, can you hold that mic up to my mouth while I'm or hold my mic up to my mouth while I'm getting this.
Yeah, let me put this down. Yeah.
Give me the mouse. So, we've talked about recently all of the. I'm just gonna get rid of the shit.
Oh yeah. We had actual news to talk about today, by the way.
Yeah. So we constantly we've talked about the Sonic movie, how they're gonna need to redo the animation for it. How last week we talked about how they're these great fans that remake these trailers, so that.
Just type, please. Stop stalling for yourself.
I'm revving. But this week isn't so much about news about Sonic. It's about the injustices done to our beloved character. Robert, do you want to vamp for me while I get this?
You know what? I'll vamp for you while you're typing this up. I was actually watching a streamer play Sonic 06, And holy crap, that game is so bad, dude. It's like 3D. It's 3D running, where it's like the the camera like does sharp turns at every moment, every time. What is this, Alex? What are you doing? No. This is on Polygon. This is an actual article by Polygon.
This is. That's why if it wasn't on Polygon, we wouldn't be talking about it. Robert,
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Switch it over, then hand me that mouse. All right, guys. So we recently got announced.
You cowards.
We recently got announced that we're having another Sonic and Mario at the Olympic Games.
Yeah.
Which I was super excited about.
Yeah.
But I was watching the trailer and I went, you know what? Good Sonic fun. We'll talk about that. About my favorite little blue cheese ball that also loves chili dogs. But what I didn't know and what Polygon so graciously brought to my attention was the injustice done to our little blue friend right here. So here, we're going to talk in the trailer. You see Sonic, right? He's surfing, right? And he's wearing his little red shoes, right? And you wouldn't think anything about it at first, right? Like, of course he's wearing his signature red shoes, right? But then you look here, look at Mario. Look, Sonic shoes, Mario, no fucking shoes. Mario doesn't have to wear shoes, right? Because he's surfing. You don't wear shoes while you're fucking surfing. But my man Sonic, he has fucking shoes. So why the fuck is Sega afraid of showing Sonic's feet? Why are they holding back our little blue mushroom from growing into his full potential by making him cover his beautiful body that he should be proud of? Okay, and here I'm gonna come down here, and I wanted to point out, even in the Sega game Sonic Unleashed, Sonic sneakers just became cleats. He wasn't even barefoot when he turned into a fucking were-hedgehog. That's right.
It's called
were-hedgehog. What?
Werehog.
Werehog. You know what I fucking meant. Anyway, but people act like we've never seen Sonic's feet before. Robert, I'm going to move you to Exhibit A.
Exhibit A.
Of Robert's feet. Of Sonic's feet. Look, we've seen Sonic's feet before.
That is a gross picture.
We've seen
I don't need
in
to
comics,
see that.
and also look in old animated shorts. We've seen them. Okay. Let me see here. It is unclear if Sonic will get to if Sonic's feet will be redesigned in Sonic the Hedgehog the movie.
Yep.
That is an actual line from this article, and it's a great point. Something that we should take into account, and something that we need to bring back. Okay, so
just scrolling.
Polygon in this article. All right, Polygon.
Yeah, Polygon
reached out to Sega, the parents of the Sonic franchise,
Yep.
and asked why. Why aren't they showing Sonic's feet? And they've been awaiting. And here, last time I read this article, look at this. We've asked Sega for comment, and we'll update this article with any information we receive. They're doing the hard-hitting news and reaching out to Sega and asking them.
Why is Polygon doing
asking
this?
them why the fuck
Polygon
they're
writes
keeping
real
Sonic's
news.
feet from consumers. Okay. Robert,
do you think they really asked Sega for this? Like,
what?
Hey, do you really think they asked Sega for this comment?
Well, you know what, Robert? I don't have to think because they did, because Sega responded, and there's the update. Sega has responded to Polygon's request for comment. According to veteran Sonic the Hedgehog game producer Takashi Agujaguda, Sonic doesn't take off his shoes in canon, which only leads to additional questions because, obviously, in canon, Sonic takes off his fucking shoes. So, I'm not here to say who did what or what's a conspiracy, but clearly Sega doesn't want to show Sonic's feet because Sega did 9/11, and I'm not okay with it. And I wanted to highlight the injustices done to my boy Sonic. Okay.
All right, let me see what this chat's saying about this. Can he just have his fucking skateboard? Takashi69 has replied. What are you talking about?
What the fuck?
I'm gonna look it back. Where'd you put this?
Oh, because it's the next
What?
no at
Next.
the end. There you go.
Where?
Oh, because it was his name, Takashi.
Where?
No, his name. The
Oh,
representative.
God damn it.
Takashi's-
That was a good one, Leah. That was a good one. I can't handle any more of this Sonic dispute. I don't know if you saw. I just kept sliding down in my chair. So, Alex, before I give us the ending.
No. Robert, I feel that you don't share the same passion as I do about Sonic.
Thank you for watching this episode of the Geekday
No,
podcast.
No.
If you want to catch us, you
But
can catch us live
right? If he's
every week
werehog,
here on
he would probably be
twitch.tv/the Geekday podcast or on Facebook on the Breakdown Productions.
From the regular red and white shoes.
You can also follow us at our
And
Instagram,
also,
our
werewolf
our Twitter,
wants to
our
wear fucking
Facebooks right
cleats?
here. If you want to
I
follow
think
Alex, hear
it's
more, talk
bullshit,
about
and
Sonic. He
I
does that a
think
lot.
that
We also
people
have that. See our
are
memes.
okay
You can
with being
follow me, make
blinded,
my memes.
and you're fucking sheep.
And then
all of you
I
are
really
sheep,
appreciate that.
and you're not
Y'all
gonna
guys
ever
have
get answers about why
a
they're hiding
great
Sonic's
time.
feet from us, and we
Stay
deserve
geeky, everyone.
answers. And also, while we're at it, I would also like to see Shadow's feet, okay? Because I'm really wondering if Shadow even fucking has feet at this point. They're probably fucking stubs.